Hello, my friends. I'm going to go through a few of the problems, rather two of the problems from yesterday's properties of exponents simplifying practice. That was awful grammar. Anyways, I'm going to go through kind of my thought process, how I think about things in simplifying exponential expressions. It's all about organizing and applying the properties of exponents that we have. So I'm going to look at numbers 3 and 4 off of the practice from yesterday. Now, starting off number 3, you look at this and go, Easton, you're a monster. Why would you do this to us? Pretty much because I'm an awful person and I like to torture you. That's what I get out of this homeschool teaching. Anyways, not really the case. Think about it this way. You've been at home for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm sorry. We're making the most of it. But you go up to your living quarters, your room, and you look at it and it's an absolute mess. There's food on the ground. There's food in the bed. There's food in your drawers. How did that even happen? There's clothes everywhere. Is it dirty? Is it clean? Who knows? So what we do is we need to clean our room. Now, in cleaning our room, you don't just pile it all into the closet, close the door, hope mom doesn't check. You don't just lift up the mattress, cram everything underneath. No, you organize things. If you're like me, you've got a pile of books somewhere. You've got books on the bookcase, books in the drawer, books on the bed. It happens. You've got piles of clean clothes, piles of dirty clothes, clothes that need to be put away. What you do is you organize it. All the books are going to go into the same place. All of the clothes, the clean clothes, are going to go into the same place. All of the dirty clothes are going to go into the same place. So that's how we're going to approach our exponential expression here. And the analogy here, well, we've got this 2x squared y to the fourth, 4x squared y to the fourth, 3x, 3x to the negative 3y squared. All of these different pieces. Well, all of the like pieces are going to go together. All of the like pieces are going to go together. Just like all the books are going to go together, all the clothes are going to go together. Now, everything here, we've got some multiplication symbols in between things. That's just everything's being multiplied here. So everything's multiplied. What I'm going to do is I'm going to organize. I've got the 2, it's going to go with the 4, it's going to go with the 3, it's going to go with the 3. All of the numbers are going to go together. The x squared is going to go with the x squared, it's going to go with the x, it's going to go with the x to the negative 3. All of the x pieces are going to go together. So we're going to organize ourselves. I'm going to color code everything here. So I've got my numbers are in red, my x terms are in blue, and my y terms are in green. Now our organization, as I mentioned, everything is multiplication. Multiplication has the commutative property. I'm going to go in and put in multiplication in between everything because it's exactly the same. Now multiplication is commutative, so we can reorder however we want. We can switch the order. I'm going to place or just swap all of the numbers so that they're together, all of the x terms so they're together, and all of the y terms so they are together. Haven't used any properties of exponents yet, just taken everything and grouped it. Now we've got all of these numbers together, all of the x terms together, all of the y terms together. Now we're going to start applying our multiplication and our properties of exponents. I've got 2 times 4, that's 8. I am not going to multiply by the 3 because I see I have a 3 in the numerator, I have a 3 in the denominator. Well, my x squared, x, we can combine those together. Y to the fourth, we can combine those together. This is the product of a product property of exponents. Putting all that, well, 2 times 4 is 8. X squared, x gets us x to the 5th. Y to the fourth gets us y to the 8th. In our denominator, everything stayed as was. I did not multiply those 3's because I see, I've got a 3 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator. Those will divide out. And my next step is, I've combined those elements in the numerator. I'm going to combine vertically now. I have a 3 divided by 3. Well, x to the 5th divided by x to the negative 3rd. This is the quotient property of exponents. We're going to have x to the 5 subtract that negative 3. 5 subtract negative 3 will give us an 8 in the numerator. Y to the 8th, y squared. 8 subtract 2 will give us a 6 in the numerator. So I've organized myself. All the numbers go together. All of the x terms go together. All of the y terms go together. And multiplication, we can reorder so that we can group like terms together. That's it. We've got 8x to the 8th times y to the 6th. Let's try the next one. Oh no, there's even more! Leiston, you monster! You know how it is at this point of the year. We do our best to keep on going. I'm going to start off. I'm going to color code the different values. I've got the number there, 2. Well, 2 is the only number in there, so that's not a problem. We've got those x terms, the y. I've got a z now, so I've got another color there. This grouping up top with my exponents, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to put in our multiplication and color code things. Now, order of operations, we've got parentheses. I cannot combine anything inside the parentheses because there are no like terms there. But then we've got the exponent. This is the power of the power property as well as the power of a product property of exponents. That cube is going to distribute to every single piece. I'm going to rearrange terms in the denominator. I see I have an x cubed, x to the negative 4th, because this is multiplication, and multiplication is commutative. I can switch those, put those together. I got z squared, z cubed. I can group those together. So I've distributed that cubed exponent onto every single piece here. I'm going to apply my power of a power rule. 2 cubed, that's 8. X cubed, we multiply those exponents. Y to the 0 cubed, we multiply those exponents. Now we're going to come up with that 0 again. Z squared, z to the cube, we're going to multiply those exponents. In the denominator, I'm going to combine those using the power of a product, or product of a power rule. Same base, I can add those exponents. And slowly, everything starts to come together. 8, that's the only number there being multiplied. That's done. We've got the x terms up top. We've got the y term up top. Oh, y to the 0, that's just 1. We've got z to the 6. Now I'm going to work vertically. Get the x terms, and since we are dividing, we subtract the exponents. X to the 9, 9 subtract negative 1 will be 9 plus 1. 0 at 1, subtract 4 would be negative 4. We're going to keep our y to the 4th in the denominator. Another way to think about it is, where are there more of the terms? There are 0 y's up top. There are 4 y's in the bottom. Oh, there are 4 y's in the bottom. There are 9 x's up top. There are negative 1 x's up top. Well, there are 10 more x values up top. So we're going to have x to the 10. And we'll do the same with the z's. So I'm going to work vertically, combining my like terms. We have our 8, x to the 10th, excuse me, z, 6 minus 5 is 1, and y to the 4th stays in the denominator. So organization, just like cleaning your room, one piece at a time. Put all the books together, put all the dirty clothes together, put all the clean clothes together, cram it in your closet. Close the door, hopefully nobody checks. Let me know if there's anything else with which I can help.